This ain't a dream, this grind don't sleep. Worn out treasures, one man stash, flipping that gold from somebody's trash. Real resellers on the fight, hustle by day, strike by night. Every deal we take the claim, chasing the glory, fueled by flame.
Well, how's it going there, bud?
I know you from somewhere.
We've met once or twice online.
Did we? Wow.
Yeah, years ago.
Must have been
It
minutes.
was in that 4chan or 4chan chat room.
4chan. Where did you guys meet, Timu?
Yeah, we're officially friggin'. I probably shouldn't say 4chan very much because that could get us kicked off of YouTube.
Nice. Yeah, don't do that.
Mm.
Don't. Yeah, I'd rather not.
Yeah. So, welcome to episode number 7878. Haven't decided yet of the Real Resellers podcast. And yeah, another week down the road. The pollen count is picking up here in lovely Montana, so I have this stuffed up, wonderful. You like the dog sound? Isn't that wonderful?
It is pretty
My
neat. I don't
yeah,
know how you're doing that.
my wife just pulled. Wow, my wife just pulled up, and the dog is freaking out.
Oh.
Uh, hey, look at that! Larry's in.
Hi.
Hi, Larry. Um, but yeah, so that's been fun. Um,
Mhm.
did get to go out and do some picking today. That was kind of fun.
That's
Got
cool.
some good stuff we'll be bringing to the flea.
Nice,
So
nice.
some
I've been bringing some sports cards this week to the flea.
you've been actually doing really well with those.
Mhm.
And they've been getting good buys too. Some of
Yeah,
those graded cards I just about died what they went for. I was
I know.
breathing heavily for you. I was like,
It's
good.
all about the deals, right?
Yeah. To get a card graded costs $25. Card costs you $8 or $9. Sell it for $5. That works.
I'm only down $32. We're good.
You're doing great.
Hmm.
Well, it was kind of like that Ryobi trimmer I sold. I mean, it was
Well, to be honest, a lot of the graded cards that I've been selling lately have been ones that I bought just massive collections. So
yeah,
I didn't actually pay for them to be graded.
true, but the
So
value's still there. I mean,
all the value is there, and that's the thing is I do like passing that along, which is nice because everybody gets a
mhm,
good deal.
yeah. Boy, Rockets was hopping the night.
Dude, it's cranking up. I mean, tomorrow is the official grand opening sale, and we got a huge raid train going over there. And I think tonight everybody's just itching. They're just itching,
Hmm.
and a lot of pack openings. From CW, Hamco was doing very well with their singles. They're running 10 card lot singles starting at $1. And I think they're doing some more of that tomorrow. I think they got vinyl figures tomorrow. I know we got some plushes coming up tomorrow. Figures. There's all kinds of Pokemon stuff coming tomorrow, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I officially bought my first pack of Pokemon cards.
I saw that. I was like, finally, we'll get you in there.
Then you want to see the cards, so I'm gonna have. Huh? Don't know nothing about baseball, but I know I got some good ones. Yeah, I've done those sales before.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I know it's good. Um,
I had some of that
yeah.
last night. Like I was selling a lot of chrome last night.
Well, you had some chrome, and that die cut should have been
Oh, dude, I come.
worth a fair amount.
I couldn't believe that die cut. What did I get? $3 on that lot? I could
Yeah,
have
it was
swore
like
that die
mostly
cut would
chrome, a couple of hollows, and a die cut, and it's like $3. I'm like, oh, wow.
have.
That's all right. You did
So
well
what's
on some of the other ones, though.
Oh, dude, I killed it on a few of them, and I mean, but I did build the lots up, and those lots were really stacked. So
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't surprise me they went higher because there was a lot of value in them.
I'll tell
But
you what.
tomorrow's grand openings though starts at 9:30 a.m.
Yeah.
EST.
So I'm kind of upset that I'm not going to get to actually watch any of it. So
None?
yeah, nope,
All day,
nope.
huh?
Yeah, I got to be in Great Falls at probably 8.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I'm leaving here at 7. Another early morning. Gotta love it. And then we have there was a bull rider from Montana that passed away. His name is Dusty Glico. And they always do a Dusty Glico Memorial Bull Ride. So PBR's coming up. We got tickets to it. So
Nice.
we've got sourcing first thing in the morning, and then the boys got a freaking a birthday party that he got invited to. So that's going to suck away about like 2 hours, and then we have the Dusty Glico Bull Ride for like 4 hours. So yeah, I'm just going to be bouncing all over the place, and they're all timeline wise, they're all close enough together that I can't come home and then head back in because it's like 45 minutes one way.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, that just kind of screws up the whole day. All right, sweet.
I'd say
But
it's going from 9:30 a.m. to 10 p.m.
I might be able to catch some of the late shows.
Yeah, we
Well,
are
that's 10 Eastern though, right?
10 Eastern, so it'll be 8 o'clock your time.
Yeah, so that'd be like 8 o'clock mine. I doubt it. I was gonna say I think Dusty Glico starts at 7 o'clock my time. So
Yeah, because we're WSC's running at 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard tomorrow.
okay,
So, and we might fill in some in the middle if some shows cancel out or don't go long enough.
yeah. Well, I
But
mean, I may. I'm hoping to be able to pop in sometime while we're cruising around, but just don't plan on me being there for like a full show.
just be in there. Just be in there to build your Pokemon collection from time to time.
I don't. Do
Once you
you want
pop
to
those
know?
out,
Do you want to know the only reason? This is going to sound petty, but you want to know the only reason I bought that pack tonight?
what's that?
I was hoping that I would pull the Charizard card and be able to give you crap. Because how many of you bought now looking for the Charizard? Then I'll buy
Well, in my
one.
defense, though, I've been buying them and giving them away.
You have been buying them and giving them away, so that's
Sandra was
awfully
the one that
awfully nice of
wanted
you.
to start, keeping some packs of them. So,
But then we have let's see, so we got the grand opening of Rockets coming up Saturday.
hmm
Sunday we kind of regather our brain cells together and try to keep everything in the same direction.
hmm
I don't think anything's planned out for Monday yet, is it? I don't think.
Monday, I think we do actually. Hang on,
You got something Monday?
I think we do. Let me
Good
double check
Lord.
the date because I'm not sure, but hang on.
I know Wednesday you do, the 4th.
Well, no, I'm not about that. Let's see. What is Monday, June 2nd?
Yes.
Yes, we have the comic book raid train on the Crooked Spine.
Oh, that's right. You got Crooked Spine coming up on Monday. And
We're running.
then Tuesday we're doing the 100-member celebration over on the Thrifty Flea,
Yep.
which I probably should get that probably should get that sign up sheet put out, like, I don't know, now ish,
hmm
maybe some point in time.
Can you do that
So everyone
yesterday?
can fill
That'd be
out.
great.
Yeah, well, I'd love to. I don't know how that works. I don't know Doc Brown, and I've never went 88. What is it? 88 miles an hour? Wasn't that what it was?
Something like that.
I think. And then the 4th, we have the WSNC sales training
hmm
over on First Class Treasures and bouncing over to the Flea and kind of bouncing all over the place that night. So that
Hmm.
one's pretty busy.
Yep.
I don't know if we got anything planned out for Thursday yet. I don't think so.
It's 3 days in a row. Thursday might be a fall over and
Yeah, and catch up on everything.
hmm
Um, yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to play that by ear.
and then
Hate
Friday
to go
we're right
5
back
days.
here.
Oof.
Hi, Violet.
Violet, how's it going? Yeah, I was gonna say then Friday night we're right back here doing it all over again.
Yeah.
Whew. Oh well, it's fun.
My
It's
eBay my eBay sale started out good this week, but they tailed off pretty hard at the end of the week. But I'm still dealing with it being off for a month.
I
Uh,
need to be able to I need to be able to just have a second to like sit down and work on my eBay.
yeah.
I haven't found that time yet. So
Mhm.
that might be my Thursday. Maybe.
Yeah.
Either be Thursday or Friday during the day. Well, no, because Friday during the day I'm probably gonna be outsourcing because everything's starting to kick off here. So
Yeah.
but so I guess Thursday.
Yeah. Well, you figure we got a lot of sales coming up, and yeah, what is it? Wednesday. Wednesday will be interesting because it'll be the sales training on First Class, and then we'll be raiding over into Thrifty Flea into you, and I'll probably join you over there. Um, it'll be interesting. It'll definitely
Hmm.
be interesting. Um, hmm.
So for any of our thrifty flea sellers, you might want to be getting some of your shows in
Mhm.
after that one. Any
Yeah,
new sellers? That would be a good night to start because you're gonna have both the market owners there. You're gonna have some sales training to watch beforehand. I'm sure he's gonna start with the basics right out of the gate.
yep. I'm gonna
And
teach you how to put up your live and how to put up a listing and get you where you're off and running.
so yeah, that would be a good night for any of the new sellers out there if you're wanting to get going. Hope you all are doing well. Well, I sound like crap, but I'm doing fine. I've got the allergies running, so that's great. But yeah. And then what do we got to do? I thought I had something else this weekend too. I don't know. This weekend is gone already, and it's Friday. Weekend hasn't even started yet.
I think it started. Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
I'm
So the life
interested.
of a reseller.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in how things are gonna go live selling because I my live selling's been doing my better than my static on eBay. But what's weird is my Etsy page has actually been outperforming my eBay page, which never happens. And
Really?
yeah, that means I was away from eBay a little too long, I think.
Oh, so you kind of had that initial rise, and now it's kind of slowing down. So you're on the roller coaster until everything settles
Yep.
out for a bit with eBay.
Yep. And I pushed my store to 25% off to try to artificially push myself up for now. And I'm getting sales. It's not like I'm not, it's just slow. And the thing is, I'm not really listing much either, so that's not helping me.
Yeah, yeah. I need to get after that. Street Dreams. How's it going, bud?
How are you?
Um,
Look, I'm clipping into my logo again.
there you go. You're just fading in, becoming part of it.
So, see, I kind of know why Jake wanted me to do the sales training because he knows I own like 700 phones. So,
There you go.
so
There you go.
I could be on the phone while showing you on the other phone
Showing you the
how to
phone.
set
Yep,
up.
exactly. Jose, good to see you.
What's up, Jose?
Um, let's see. What in the heck was I going to talk about? There was something I was just clicking to go look up, and now I've lost it. I
He was clicking.
Yeah, it
Coca-Cola, I
was
swear. It's Coca-Cola,
it was an
stop.
early morning. Oh, I was going to go check Rumble and make sure that we're rumbling
Mm.
because
Oh, we're
last time
rumbling.
around it.
Oh,
Well, last
you
time around it hung up for a bit, and I don't know why.
got a busy signal.
Yeah.
You didn't put enough quarters in the payphone.
You know what the sad part is? No one remembers what you're even talking about.
You know what the payphone?
There's so many kids out there that they don't even know how to dial out a landline. I have no idea.
I remember the old rotaries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a couple old rotaries in my house.
And you
I
had to make sure to make the full swing.
Yep.
If you didn't make the full swing, you never know who was going to answer the line on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because you can dial all the same numbers from number 0. You just got to stop at 1, stop at 2, stop at 3.
That is funny.
Let's see. Live streaming. Are we live streaming yet? In progress. Hey, look at that. It's working this time. Sweet.
Ow. Hey, and you know what? On Rumble, we'll make 11 cents.
I haven't seen it go up yet. It's still at 1.
Damn. So
Yeah.
how do we split that penny?
Cut it in half and sell it for scrap.
I like it.
You'll
Just
get
make
a
sure you
penny
pick
and a
a
half.
copper one. Just make sure you pick a copper one. It's worth more.
Exactly. You'll get a penny and a half. I mean, don't they say it costs 3 cents to make a penny?
That is true.
Something like
We
that.
we are technically up in the world when it says a penny. When you get a penny, we're up technically 2 cents.
Exactly.
I like it.
So, oh, now it's not showing any. That's nice. Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've been sourcing some too lately, and I probably shouldn't be because I have way too much stuff as it is that I need to sell. I have an overload of inventory.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
And I've been bulking my die casts again, and I don't know why. And
Mhm.
I've been bulking my sealed Pokemon, but I've been doing that because of rockets. So I'm gonna have some packs tomorrow for my show. So that'll
Hmm.
be fun. I don't know if I'm gonna do a rip or ship or just say, you know what, you bought it, you rip it.
You bought it, you rip it. Come on. Everybody likes the ripper ships.
I know, I probably gotta do it. I know.
Just saying. I'm just, it's up to you. However you want to do it, sir.
We'll do it like that one YouTuber. You guys want to cut this pack in half? No. Nope.
Yeah. Get the scissors out, bud. Get after it. Come on, I dare you.
I can't do that. That's crazy. He's cut some pretty nice cards too that are worth like hundreds of dollars. You're not ripping?
Mhm.
That's the thing. It's like I'm torn, like if I should or not. How are you, Pipe Dreamer?
Yeah.
I don't. I'm torn. Like I don't.
So
But
you're saying there's a chance?
the way I see it is, if I rip, then I'm gonna do like CW does, and I'll have like hits on the side. So if you miss, but like the big YouTubers like PokeRev and Cool Trainer Ryan that do this, they don't do that. Well, I can't say they don't do that because Cool Trainer Ryan does pity packs. Like if you were like really get like some shitty cards, then he'll open up a couple more packs. But if they're shitty, then he's like, "Too bad, I gave you extra packs."
Yeah.
I don't
Huh.
know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's too much thinking that goes into these card shows. That's why I can't do it. My brain hurts. I got 5 hours of live time, so I figured I could afford rippership.
Yeah, he's got like 5 slots in the raid train.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll do it.
I only took one. He goes, he sends me a text. He's like, "Hey, we can fill in all the empty spots, me and you, because we can't win the giveaways or nothing." So he's like, "We'll just fill in all the empty spots." I took one. He took the other five.
Well, There's there's a
I,
lot of
he he has more of the packs than I do. I didn't get enough. I only got a
he
couple.
definitely has more packs after looking at it tonight. That was yeah.
He even got the ones that just like legit release tomorrow. They're not even released yet. They'll release tomorrow
Hmm,
on 5:30.
look at that. It's
Or is today 5:30?
today is 5:30.
Okay, so they just released today. So that's cool.
Connections, man. It's all about making connections in the reseller world.
Mhm. Got a full case of booster boxes.
I have figured that out. That the connections definitely go further than wandering around at garage sales, but then again, you can get overwhelmed with some of those connections too, because I did that.
CW is making sure that the other Pokemon markets were put on notice.
What other Pokemon markets? I don't know of any.
The current ones and any possible future ones.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's a good statement right there. Don't make excuses for horrible people. You can't put a flower in an asshole and call it a vase.
And this was motivational phrases brought to you
Exactly.
by
Words
Random
to live
Relentless.
by.
And now back to Jerry Springer.
Jerry, Jerry. Uh,
CW's got to make his mark in the snow.
don't eat the yellow snow.
Somebody's firing fireworks and Tiger's getting freaked out.
Fireworks?
Oh, sorry, I tried to mute it, didn't work.
But it clipped the mic though, so nobody heard it. You did
Oh,
well.
good.
Yeah,
Good job,
that's pretty.
Snowball.
I was gonna say that's a pretty loud sneeze when it clips the mic.
It was.
Mm. Uh,
So my end goal of this podcast, just so you're aware, I want to be the next Johnny Carson.
do you?
Hmm.
Okay.
Either that or I want to be the next Dean Martin. I don't know which one I want yet. I'm not Italian. I'm not Italian, so I guess I'll have to go for Johnny Carson.
Well, not all of the Rat Pack was Italian.
Well, I'm like 5% Italian or something, so maybe that'll count. Yeah, somebody is
You
firing the shit out of fireworks and is freaking out Tiger.
sure it's a firework? I mean, you do live in a interesting area.
It's not that. Shut the.
I mean, it could have been a little messed up, gone wrong. I'm just saying. We're not talking about it.
No.
Hmm. Oh, I know. He's checking his security cameras right now. Just to make sure there's not any, ghetto-ness going on.
Mm.
So CW says that he's not going to rain on their parade.
Mhm.
He's just pissing to attempt to put out their dumpster fire. That's all. Well, huh. All right then. Yeah. So what do we got to do? Let's see. What did we do this week? Ooh, here's a good segment. What did you do wrong this week?
What did I do wrong this week?
Yeah. Did you do anything wrong this week? Did you learn any hard fought lessons you know, to pass on the wisdom to people so they don't? have those same issues?
Well, look, here's something that's interesting since we got a lot of sellers in our chat. Um, Me and you kind of did this both, actually. We both gave up on the $1 starts. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed that.
Yes, we did.
Um, have you guys noticed fees suck? And when you do $1 starts, it doesn't work out too well for you.
Yeah, by the time the fees come out, and if the person only, especially if the person only buys one item
Hmm.
and they pay $1, because by the time, because they're not going to pay, they haven't paid enough to cover the shipping yet,
Hmm.
and then the fees hit, so it costs you like $3.75 to sell that dollar. So yeah. Not only did I go away from the dollar starts, but I also raised my shipping fees.
Hmm. I did not raise my shipping, but I did go away from dollar starts. I went to $2 starts on pretty much most everything. I'm gonna go to $3 on some of the higher end.
I was going to say I went to 3.
You've
You
been
know,
running some expensive shit though.
well, yeah. I mean, I sold what $280 freaking miniature cast iron wood stoves
Hmm.
with all the accessories for. I think I got like 15 for the one and 10 for the other one.
We got one of
Um,
them.
yeah, you got one coming your way. You got the heaviest one. God, that little bastard's heavy. Like I said, the stove alone was 7 pounds 2 ounces.
Damn. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. You did.
it's a heavy little peckerhead. Hey, what is this? Oh boy, I love fake text messages. Somebody sends me a text message that says, "I just saw this number in my phone book. Have we met anywhere before, please?"
You should have said, "Yeah, we met at the back of that dirty bar."
Well, it's a 580 number, and all of Montana is 406. So
What's the worst that could happen?
I don't think I know these people. I'm just saying. Do I know them in Oklahoma? I don't know anybody in Oklahoma that would be talking to me. Yeah, no, don't know who you are. All right, moving on. How do you bid? That's something good to go over in your sales training
Probably, yeah.
because, and we joke about it, but that might not be a bad thing to go over because you know how many people, especially if they have like any sort of social media presence, like if they're pushing out to YouTube or something like that,
Hmm.
how often I see people trying to bid and they get the little YouTube flag, next to them, the little play button. And I'm just going, okay, take a half a second and you might want to tell people how to get to where you are because they're asking you how to buy your stuff. You're not listening.
Hmm.
So it might not be a bad thing to go over. Hey, watch your chat, pay attention to your chat.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
That's actually probably one of the biggest skills that you got to learn over time is when you're live selling. And I'm still struggle with it even myself a little bit. Is paying attention to your chat while you're selling. Um, and we make it kind of hard. I mean,
yeah,
we
well,
really do. Me, you, and Carl make it very hard. Um,
to watch the chat.
yeah, we'll be in there and like somebody will be like, "Hey, can you run that again?" And then you just see the chat like going like we're spamming each other in the chat. What are you and like we're just doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah.
So
Usually I try, when we get to the end of our conversation, I'll say look up or say somebody asked you to rerun something.
yeah, right. Yeah,
But
we're
unless it's
usually
Carl, if it's Carl and he misses a sale, I don't care. I mean,
yeah, he can miss all the sales.
Carl's our special friend, if you know what
He-
I
He's the reason why we don't know if this is episode 7 or 8.
mean.
That's not decent. This is 8. We're gonna get 7 up. Sorry.
Some point in time. Ouch.
My producer ain't the best.
Oh, sorry
He-
about
he's
the
ki-
coughing.
He's kind of like a
Um,
D minus producer,
who, me?
but it's all I can afford.
Now you're starting to sound like somebody else. When did you start paying people? Oh, sorry. I'm just saying. It's yeah. Anyway,
This is true. This is true. Uh,
I
I
mean,
buy your $85 items for $10. That's what I do.
yeah. Well, like I sold that trimmer too. It was I think it was like $56 if I remember right.
Hmm.
I think it went for like 8, something like that. I'm just curious when CW will get invited back. Sometime between now and never.
I was gonna say, it's gonna be the second Tuesday of the week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless CW wants to take over the duties of editing. Then you can see what kind of a pain in the butt you are. Just saying.
No, we appreciate you being on CW. We do appreciate you being a guest. Um, we need to get some more guests at some point. Oh,
Guess too.
speaking of which, did you send our typical email?
No, because I think he said he was going to be on vacation for a week too.
Don't care.
He kind of gave me the 2-week stall this time.
Oh,
Just saying.
you know what that means.
What?
You just send it twice back to back.
Well, I could. Let me go see what he. Hold on.
My cat Tiger is very upset about those fireworks. They're done now. I don't hear him anymore, and he's still upset.
Well, I mean, when you grow up in the ghetto, you get a little nervous about pop bangs.
Oh my gosh, it's not the ghetto.
He said under the weather and then heading on vacation. So
Tell them we're technically all under the weather because the clouds are above us.
that's true. Weather's all around us.
It's everywhere.
Let's see. Trying to see if I can. No, I'll give him 2 weeks. I'll give him 2 weeks and then I'll message him again.
Do you know how I got these scars? By
Hey, you
reselling.
got your cigars? What?
By reselling.
Yeah. Let's see here. So is anybody live on any of our markets?
I don't think
First
so.
class treasure. Let's see. We got anybody on first class treasures? Nope.
No, I think we're dead
Well,
right now.
we are. How about Crooked Spine? What's going on over at Crooked Spine? When's the last time? Okay. Got some stuff scheduled in for June 2nd. That's good. Quite a few people running.
Well, let's see here. Let's do some.
I see Judy's going to be running over there.
Yeah, Judy's gonna be
Wow.
running at Crooked Spine. Let me tell you. So let me tell you this. So on the shows tomorrow, ignore about 5 hours of the raid train.
What? Oh,
I'll
because
give you
Carl's running?
19:30, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 2 to 3, 7 to 8, and 10 p.m. Just ignore those.
Oh, I see now. So basically, Carl runs and then he lets somebody else run. And then he runs
Yeah.
and then he lets somebody else run. And then he runs and then. Okay. All right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Calm down. No, but we do got some good shows here. We got Hidden Treasures at 10 to 11. We got Pipe Dreamer at 1 to 2. We got Palika at 3 to 4. Judy is also running 4 to
Hey,
5.
I don't see you scheduled at all.
I'm 5 to 6. I'm on the schedule. I haven't put up my card yet.
Oh, so you're the problem.
Yeah, I am
Gotcha.
the problem. And then
Okay.
Texas Flippers running behind me. And then Hamco is at 8 to 9. Street Dreams 9 to 10. And then we're closing with some crazy guy.
Yeah. There's only a little bit there. I guess that's his lunch hour, so he's not running then. That's what's going on?
I'm gonna put up my card while you talk.
Well, except I'm just looking here. So, oh, and CW, stop taking screenshots. All right, I'm gonna kick your ass now.
What happened?
I just realized that his logo picture is a screenshot of his phone. It says you took it at 10:26, and you had full bars, and you were on Wi-Fi with 96% in your battery.
Now, think about it. Now, do you want him editing our videos?
You know, no, no.
Wait a minute. What time do I run? At 5
You're on at 5.
to 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 5 to 6 Rockets. What should I call my show?
CW made me do it.
No, I'm gonna call it the Real Resellers Selling Pokemon. There you go. That way I made it during the podcast.
Ah. You edit decently?
I edit like a decent. What?
He knows
What?
speaking of English decently, but he,
I can edit better than I can speak.
Anyway.
Dude, you were out of it today.
I'm telling you, it's the allergy thing. I am just brain hazed. Just bleh. I broke my cardinal rule. I stopped at 3 garage sales today and walked out
Ooh.
with nothing.
Oh, that is a cardinal sin right
And
there.
I had a cardinal rule that I lived by all the time, that if I bothered to get out of the pickup and walk in there, I was going to find something that I could make money on. And my brain just was not there today. The 11 a.m. slot is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yeah, he's running 2 hours. That's why I said ignore it.
Oh, good Lord. Just call it a marathon show. That's what you should have done, CW. You should have just put your card up for 7:30. Well, I guess it'd be 9:30 a.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. and just ran the whole time and let people come in and co-host with you. Would have been easier. Just open invitation for co-hosting. If you want to run something, pop in.
I'm just gonna god mode over all the shows the whole time.
Are you? That's all right. That'd be good. Huh.
I just got CW. I just really have to say thank you.
You can't doubt the guy's dedication to Pokemon. I'm just saying.
That is true. He likes the Pokemon.
He likes to Pokemon. Anyway, where's the tornado? There's a tornado warning right now.
For where?
In Maryland?
Ooh.
Huh.
It's interesting.
It's interesting. Tornado warning in Maryland. It seems awfully far east. Co-hosting is available for all of my slots.
The only
bet they are, buddy.
So CW, I actually meant to talk to you about that. Do you think that's a good idea?
Why not?
You know why. What am I thinking, Jody?
Oh, I know. Oh, I could actually co-host with him.
You could. And
Then he could sell each single card one by one for me
that you just bought.
that I just bought. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. And he just has to Venmo you the money.
exactly. I like your thinking.
I do. I think it out.
He doesn't think it's a good idea, but he's going to do it anyway. All right.
That sounds about right.
That's
Okay. I was just checking.
That's Need to make him a shirt that says that. I know it's not a good idea, but I'm doing it anyway.
We're gonna make him a shirt and be like, that wasn't a fart."
Oh boy. Oh boy. Huh.
Mom, are farts supposed to be lumpy?
Oh. You. Just you. Uh,
Oh man.
not okay. Except for the 7 to 8 slot. So he's not co-hosting during this. So
Why does
all
he
of his
keep call-
slots are available except for these certain slots. Okay.
Why does he
Got it.
keep calling you a slut?
I don't know.
And then he called you a bastard.
Yeah, I have a mom and a dad,
She was
I think. Let's see here. Just like I'm gonna post a pic in one market of a case of say
Just saying. Just saying to you, we've talked about this.
you won't do it. You're such a wuss.
Oh shit! Don't tease each other like that, 'cause then you do it. And then
Come on,
I pay the price. Me.
come on. I'm a big bad market owner. Come on. Come on. That's all right. Back down from the big boys. It's all right.
No, then I get the phone call.
No, it's it's okay. It's okay to let yourself be bullied. Oh, speaking of which, I gotta send that to Jake. Hold on.
No, nope, nope.
What?
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Jake, just want to let you know I don't condone this action that he is doing. Even if he puts my name on it, it wasn't me. I had nothing to do with it. This was all Carl and him. I
What do you
was
mean?
just sitting. I was
You
sitting
were
there
the one
saying, I said no.
that said training is important.
That's why I'm doing it.
And that's why Jake should do some over on our market.
So, guys, if you weren't in here, I know a lot of you guys weren't in the very beginning. I am doing a live selling training class on First Class Treasures on Wednesday next week, June 4th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, if you're new to live selling and haven't done it, or even if you are newer and doing it and just want to kind of see, I'm going
What's
to
a
walk through the
noodle live
basics.
selling?
New to live selling would be, you just did a show or two and just want to learn more about the buttons, the
Oh, I
how-tos,
didn't
the
know if it
tips and
was like
tricks.
spaghetti or rigatoni or
Nah,
you said noodle
nah.
live selling. I want to see a noodle live selling. Oh wait, I already have. He speaks like this.
I remember. And it's all about, it's the tips and tricks that we're basically going to be going through, and it's the early going ons of live
Nothing but the
selling.
tip.
So we're not going to go into anything too crazy, but we're gonna do the basics on the 4th, and then I'm gonna try to make this a weekly thing. And then we'll kind of dive into more, and it'll be an open Q&A too. So
Hmm.
so you can learn to live sell like me.
Not TNA, but Q&A.
I did come to the realization of something though. If I actually sold regularly live, I'd probably be pretty hard to beat. I'd probably be at the top of selling if I did it regularly.
Well, you would need to eat more fiber.
I just don't have it's it's the it's the shipping for me. And I because I lose track of the show. Like I'll be like, okay, I'm shipping this and blah blah blah. And then I'll end up leaving the old show from like 3 days ago. Still not shipped.
Well, just lump it all together.
I try to, but it gets washed.
No, so when you go to the fulfillment page, switch it to
No,
all
hey, I
markets.
I know how to do it. I'm just saying it happens.
Obviously, you don't know how to do it if you leave other shows.
I do know how to do it, sir. I know how to do it very well, sir.
No, your wife does.
That is also true.
I start calling you Kevin.
Hey guys, I just want to say you guys do a great
You are
podcast.
getting good at that God mode.
I am. I've been doing a lot of it lately, actually.
Uh-huh.
I almost went in on Hamco's and been like, "Are you still pissed at me for buying that card?"
Yeah, Jake doesn't talk to me ever since I beat him out on that camera, so I feel bad. Not really, but I
I was
kind of
gonna
feel
say,
bad.
you do not feel bad.
I
You don't. You don't hardly feel.
um, I feel temperature,
I feel. I'm jealous though.
hot out or cold out.
You got to sell with Commonwealth Picker. He offered me a collab, but he didn't. He hasn't given it to me yet.
Well, that's right. I'm supposed to be sitting over here talking. I'm just talking. That's fine.
And shut up. And
That
he was supposed to. I think we were supposed to collab on Kitchen Market, but we haven't done it yet.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't be talking bad about Kevin now. I'll get really
I,
angry talking bad about Kevin now.
I know I'm not talking bad about him. I want to collab with him.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. I need to find like 3 marbles so I can put them in my mouth and try to talk.
Just use your balls.
I couldn't get them there if I wanted to, dude. Let's see, what do I have? Oh, I need a pair of sunglasses on my head too. See, I forgot.
So,
Dark outside.
Jake
Sunglasses.
was me a collab too.
Jake owes you a co-live?
Yeah, yeah. He said we did the one collab together, and he said he wasn't feeling good that day, so he said he'd give me another one. So
Well, I mean,
at this
Jake.
point, I guess it's kind of a moot point, though. I am one of the admins
I
now,
was gonna
so
say Jake does bring the numbers, and so it's.
so do my giveaways, but that's beyond the point.
Oh, what? No, no, we're not gonna go down that path, are we?
I don't give a shit.
Oh man, this is funny. Let's see
So
if I can.
so you guys were on me yesterday for being ornery.
Hey, hey, this is the best use of freaking craft googly eyes I've seen.
Oh,
Check that out.
were those sold on the flea?
No, those appear to be at Walmart right now.
Nice.
It says, "In my defense, I was left unattended."
That is true. I used to have a sign when I worked full time in my work area that said, "Don't blame me. They left me unsupervised."
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And I was the manager.
Uh, yeah. Oh, you were ornery yesterday. That's right. You were ornery yesterday.
I didn't think I was that bad. I thought I was tame.
I'm always a nice guy, so I don't know.
I mean,
I
I
don't.
did go into CW's live co-streamed and I called my listing actually selling.
Well, you didn't
And
really co-stream. You just streamed.
I just took over. Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much just used his spot and just Not only did you run him over with the truck, you backed the fuck up to make sure it was still in the road. But other than that, it's all right.
No. It was just like I just like screw it. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wanted people to get a chance to get their progressive shipping in for tomorrow because I'm bringing expensive stuff tomorrow. And just kind of give everybody an idea what I'm bringing. I'm bringing some Mega Constructs Pokemon. I'm bringing some figures, some vinyl figures. I'm bringing some graded, some loose, and some sealed packs. So my hour is going to be kind of spread out. So it'll be pretty nice. So
Hmm. Catch your loose graded. It's important.
that is it's very much important. You got to spit
Mhm.
on it first. And what I didn't know. No, we told you that we sold your favorite doll, and you got upset. Well, actually,
That's
Random
that,
Relics
that
did.
is, that's accurate. That's I mean, You ever heard of little Johnny's cat that had the stuttering problem? That's what freaking CW sounded like yesterday.
Dude, you made him go drink and smoke live.
Fuffa, 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 fuffa. Damnedest thing before he could get out. Fuck, the dog got him. Anyway.
No, this is live CW. See, this is the fun part. This is actually live.
But thanks, buddy. Appreciate your support on that. Yeah, that did happen. Yeah, no shit, that happened.
It sure did. And you know what? It was enjoyable.
It was rather funny.
Dude,
I
I
couldn't
love
let it go on as long as I wanted to, though. I should have let it go on a little bit longer.
Dude,
But
I now I think about it, it was kind of fired. Did I call you a cock yesterday? Or was that the day before?
that was the day before over on the
Oh,
flea when you muttered cock under your breath. And I said, "What'd you call me?" Oh, you can hear that? Yeah. Everybody
thought
could hear that, actually.
I thought I said it quiet enough, but I guess when you're this far from the phone, it doesn't matter how quiet you say it.
Yeah, nope. It was just a nice whispered cock. But I know, and everybody else knows, that you were just talking about chickens. So it's all good.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was
all good.
hungry. First.
And that's the important thing. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So what let's see, you said you've been outsourcing, or have you been just sourcing online?
No, I've been outsourcing a little bit. I've been I've been talking to some distributors. I've been struggling with Mattel a little bit. And
Well, it
then
sounds like everybody's struggling with Mattel, so I mean,
yeah, I'm working with a couple of my wholesalers to try to get more, and just pretty much everything's spiking hard.
yeah.
Hasbro's fine. Like I ain't having a problem getting anything Hasbro, but yeah, Mattel sucks
Which
right
is
now.
crazy because it's not. So I get, I guess Mattel's excuse has been like the tariffs and stuff like that, but where's Hasbro made?
Well, Hasbro, the difference is Hasbro does have some
Oh, they
US,
warehouse some inventory prior to.
they have some US
Okay.
based assembly and box making and stuff here, and so
Uh,
where Mattel doesn't.
hmm.
Mattel does a lot in Malaysia, Thailand.
Hmm.
So it's that's really the big difference between the two.
Gotcha. Well, that's interesting.
So I'm working on that. That's why you're seeing me buy a lot of die casts outside of wholesale, um,
Gotcha.
which
Yeah,
is not
I
normal
I
for me.
bought a bunch of diecast again.
Hmm.
I really need to think this through.
It's okay though because you buy it for 5, and then I buy it from you for
I
2.
sell it for 2 for
Eh,
4 of them, and it works great. It's I'm glad we started this resale platform so we could tell people how to not do reselling. It's the mistakes that I make anyway. But I should
Hey,
really get on the Etsy thing. I need to get that done, I guess.
one of my cats are stuck on the on position. Apparently, she's not shutting up.
She's glitching. Is that what's going on here?
I'm telling you, she's stuck on stupid at the moment. Shut up. Her issue is they ever since the fireworks are all nutty right now.
Somebody's got their keys in the pocket, sat down, pushed the panic button.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. So let's see. What's next for the flea, do you think? We got to start pushing out some. I got to get some more raid trains figured out for everybody.
We need to stay more active on there, I think, which I think we're going to.
I think June
I
looks a
def
little different. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Than
that is for
May did.
sure. And guys, too, if you haven't done a live show yet, the Flea and Rockets are definitely good ones to start on. buyers and good sellers over there. You'll get a little bit of a crowd because we'll help you. It's
I
a
was
good
saying
way to
9
get
times out of
started.
10, you'll actually have a market owner in your live, which doesn't happen in a lot of places.
Yes. Yeah, that's a big difference between Rockets and the Thrifty Fleet. The owners are very active, which we are among the owners. We own the fleet, and then me and CW own Rockets, and
I don't know
so
if I would call myself very active, but it's not what my doctor calls me anyway.
we're very active in the markets. We're good at
Oh,
sitting down and being on the phone.
yeah.
We're really good at that.
I have thumb strain. Um,
I got carpal tunnel the thumb.
uh-huh. 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 But yeah, I can see us picking up over on the flea a little more.
Right now, we're in the slowdown a little bit, so it's good. The growth I think will be better come quarter three, quarter four. But I think the algorithm is important. I think helping new sellers is going to be important to help us grow and to help them grow.
The dreaded algorithm. It's always there just to screw you over.
Hmm.
Regarding some other markets, unless the market owner wants to.
Hmm.
So anyway,
So so they go. I have some words for it. Jody's trying to get me to choke.
um, yeah, and one thing everybody needs to remember is our markets are still very, very young in comparison. So
Yes.
don't give up if you have the one bad sale. Also, if
Don't
you could
give
do
up.
us a favor, don't run around and talk shit about the marketplaces. That'd be handy. But
Well,
other than
yeah. So all of that kind of ties together, right? So we're a small market, we're a new market. I mean, Thrifty Fleet's been around for over a year, but it really did not become active until like January.
mm-hmm.
It, when reasons why we decided to come together and run the market together. Um, and with it still growing and being small, it takes patience. But those of you that are there, selling, buying, you're the OGs of the market. You're like the ones that are there first. And we won't forget you because obviously that's gonna be etched into our minds of who was our top 100, 200 people
Mm-hmm.
that were there when times weren't the best. And but it'll get better and it'll get better over time. But yeah, don't if you're in Rockets, don't talk shit about the Flea. If you're in the Flea, don't talk shit about Rockets. If you're in first class, don't talk shit about the other two or Crooked Spine or whatever you want to call it. Don't don't and the only reason why I say that is just because it doesn't help anything.
No.
Um, if you want to say, hey, I just had a bad show, blah blah blah, must have been something I did or something I didn't bring or something, that's cool, but just don't dog the market.
Yeah.
And if you do have an issue on one of our markets, just DM us directly and we'll take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
We will help you. We'll help with whatever. We don't care.
I mean, we'll try to help.
We'll try to help.
Keep in mind, it's not always the market
Right.
that caused your bad show.
Yeah.
Just
Hence
saying.
why I'm doing training videos.
Yeah. Yeah. It's we will take some responsibility. Well,
Mhm,
by all
mhm,
we never knew.
mhm,
We know it's a hard go when you're a new market, but that's the whole part of growing it. So it's nothing is an overnight success when it comes to live selling.
yes.
Period. It's no different than when you started your eBay store. It's no different than when you started your Etsy store. It all works the same. You have to put in the time. You have to put in the hours. You have to put in the blood, sweat, and tears, and the wondering why the hell you're doing it
Mhm,
before it starts to take off for you.
right.
Then once that starts, then you kind of forget about all those really rough times
Mm-hmm.
until you have another one, because it will come. Even the
Yeah.
best sellers have an off show.
Mm-hmm.
But you just have to be aware that it's okay. You got another show coming up. Just get out of your own head. That's a lot of all of our problems is we get on our own heads and blame everything that we can think of, and in reality it's just an off day. You're
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Now, if you have 6, 7, 8 shows in a row where you don't sell anything and you brought new material every time, you may want to look at what you're buying. Just saying. And don't be afraid to don't get me wrong. The Thrifty Flea is definitely, we pride ourselves on bringing the deals, and we're happy to do that. But don't be afraid to ask for what you want out of the item,
Yeah.
because if it's a small market, it's a small market. You have a small audience to deal with, and you start something at $1 and it sells for $1. Don't complain that you sold it for $1. You're the one that started it.
Yeah. Exactly. If you
That's
need
not
5 out of it, start it at 5.
Yeah, that's not fair to the buyers out there, because buyers are listening the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
and they definitely don't need any negativity. They literally
Yeah.
are not in there for negativity. They don't want it in their life. That's why they're buying online and not dealing with the public. So the last thing you need to do is go in there and start complaining about how they're not spending enough, because they'll just stop spending altogether.
Right. Well, and that's going to be a touching point in my training, but I'll touch on it now too. Um, if you're in a raid train, do your hour. You're supposed to go from point A to point B to the next person and raid into them.
Yeah. There's a
And
reason they call it train.
and unless you planned a short show, your minimum show should be an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you jump in there and be like, "Hey, I got 10 items. I'm gonna run sudden death. It'll probably be 20 minutes. So just gonna run what I got on the table." Fine. Then it's a short show. But typically, you run an hour. And don't start, "Oh, well, I guess I didn't bring the right things. I guess I'm gonna go because, people are buying." Don't, man.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
Just
that woe is me shit doesn't go over very well.
no, just stay upbeat. Thank you for looking. Appreciate it, guys. Blah blah blah. Here's my next one. Blah blah blah. Just keep going. Me and
Or hell, do like I do. Make it a joke. Throw the damn thing across the room.
yeah, it's funny
Yep,
when you hear
obviously
smashing a
nobody wanted
skull.
that one. Fling, and away it goes.
Well, shit, me and you ran 2.5 hours on a market and probably sold 6 items total. Um,
Lost
and
money on
lost.
all 6.
Yeah, say we both effectively lost $100. And
And we
did
still
we
had
quit?
fun.
Yeah, did we quit or get upset? No, we planned for an hour, ran 2.5,
Mm-hmm.
and then we jumped and went another hour on another marketplace after that.
Mm-hmm. Because when you're profusely bleeding, there's really no reason to stop the bleeding at that point. Just send her home. It's just, have some fun with it. Laugh and joke. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know. I know there's some folks out there that have problems coming out of their shell a little bit, which that's expected.
Mhm.
Um, but don't be shocked if your numbers go down throughout the show and you're not coming out of your shell and you're complaining about not selling anything,
Mhm.
or you've reran something that you've ran like 26 times.
Mhm.
The 27th time, it's not going to sell either. So just chalk it up,
Yep.
put it in the donate pile, let it go.
Or hit giveaway and hope somebody
Yeah,
enters.
or hit giveaway and hope somebody enters.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But yeah, just
Nobody, nobody buys it. Give it away.
it drives me insane to. I mean, you watch these guys. It's the funniest thing, live selling, because it's literally you're literally doing something where you can hear absolutely no one's response. You cannot play off of auditory cues, meaning, you don't know if somebody's giving you crap or just having a good time.
Mhm.
And yet we get so angry at the people that aren't talking to us, and we get so down on ourselves. It makes no sense to me. It drives me up a wall.
Mhm.
I mean, I've ran many a show. You want to talk about a slow burn? Go over and sell on knickknacks.
Yes. Yep.
I mean,
Uh,
you want to know what it's actually like to just show and 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 not sell a thing and still have to keep yourself upbeat and in a good mood. Go sell over there.
uh-huh.
And I'm not saying that people don't do well on knickknacks. Don't get me wrong. There's some people over there that make thousands of dollars a month, but they've established themselves. They ran all of those shitty shows where nobody showed up and nobody bought.
Yep.
And they got that out of the way. You got to get your name out there. And the only way you're going to do that is running shows. You can sit and chat and talk to everybody under the sun and, tell them that you're thinking about running and blah, 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 blah. And, I'm just worried about this and that and that and this and that. They're still not going to show up on your first show. Unless, here's a wild idea. Let the market owners know that it's your first show. And if they're good market owners, they can try to get people stacked around you to bring people in and then have them stay with you because the next show is coming up.
Mhm.
And it's kind of that it's kind of like having a wingman, in the military. There's somebody on both sides of you watching out for you so you can get your job done. Where the worst thing I've seen are these people, hey, I'm new to this market, da 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 da, and nobody else is running, and I haven't told anybody. And I'm disappointed that nobody showed up. Well, if they're all in other marketplaces, they're not going to show up just because you're a new seller in the market. Not only do you have to get them into your show, but you have to get them to the marketplace that you're selling in. So
Mhm.
let people help you advertise. Let people help you build something up.
Yeah.
There's nothing more frustrating as a market owner when somebody does a pop-up when we try to pride ourselves on telling everybody, hey, we're going to push you out. We're going to put notifications out. I'm going to try to get you on our Facebook page. I'm going to try to, but you don't tell us. And then you just pop up and, we're both full-time resellers too.
Huh?
So it just so happens that somebody grabs their phone at the right time and goes, oh, shit, there's somebody live on our market. And then you got to scramble and try to get everything together. And it's just not helpful. And it's not helpful to you either. So
Yep.
communication is key. I had some real shitty shows in my beginning days. Yeah. Oh, you want to know another wonderful place to get an all-out ass whooping trying to frickin' be a new seller? Go over to Whatnot and give that one a try. It was painful.
Yep. I bet.
I ran there for 9 months. 9 months. And I'm talking like 3 shows a week. 9 months. I bet I could go look right now and I'm still not over 1,000 followers.
Yes.
And I did giveaways. I did, because over there you can do penny starts. I did penny starts. I did everything I could think of to drive people in there.
Penny starts, man. We're playing about $1.
Yeah, exactly. I was literally paying to play because it would cost me more if somebody bought something than it was what I was making on it by far. Let's see. I switched my first show to first class. The Mario Day show. Jay Ride
Yep.
was
I
helpful.
remember that show.
Yep.
It was there.
Well, Palika, you better watch about how you say that. Other owners. You didn't even try to run with us. It's fine though. It's okay. Yeah,
We've had
it's still that.
we've
What's
had
that?
an influx of different sellers the last month or so. Um, I know Mama Bear, Jack's Clothing, CW. They've been pretty constant. Um, oh,
Mm-hmm.
in Street Dreams. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but Jose's been in there,
Yeah, we
and
got to get Jose back on.
yeah,
He's.
we do.
We need to get all of you sellers running again. Dang it!
Yeah, we got to get you guys rocking and rolling, and I owe some co-lives to some folks too. I kept saying I was gonna do. I believe I owe Halicus co-lives.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jose. There's a couple.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll get that rolling here soon. I think so for any of the sellers, because a lot of you guys in here are sellers over on the flea. I'm going to give you a bit of a heads up coming up here in the very near future. Be watching the raid train info tab because that's where any of the raid train scheduling is going to take place. So if you guys see that, bold faced dark letters, that means something has been released. I'll probably put out a notification in the market too to let you know when it's live, just to hopefully you guys get notifications. And yeah, be planning on seeing that a lot more often because any new market raid trains is the strength. That's where you can get the most people, the most sales.
Mhm.
And it's because people don't have to come over and just watch one show and then go find another place to watch some more.
Yeah.
They know they have 5 or 6 or 7 shows lined out. So,
Well, we got a raid train coming Tuesday that we're gonna try to fill,
mm-hmm.
and then also some people can fall behind Random Relics on Wednesday as well.
They are banning that CW guy soon. I hope so. He's a pain in the ass.
I think they're gonna ban CW on Rockets. I think.
That's true. Is it if 2 administrators get together, can they kick out the owner?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I'm just saying. I know I can stop his show. I figured that
He,
out.
he's scrambling that it would go remove the.
Remove. Um, but yeah, so we got a lot coming up, lots and lots coming up, and
Yep.
I'm gonna start. I think I'm gonna start doing a lot of sourcing and spinning the same week, just because I'm tired. To be honest with you, you want to know the reason I'm doing it, and it's not because of the Dave thing. I'm tired of paying for storage units. So I know I can store a finite amount of eBay material on my property between
Mm-hmm.
in the areas,
Mm-hmm.
but I need to get out of the storage units because those storage units are just killing the bottom line.
Oh, I believe it.
$560 a month going out to storage units. It's got to come to a stop. So if I can figure out how to turn, almost giving like the people of first class the first shot and get like even 3/4 of the inventory that I purchased down,
Mm-hmm.
and then get the rest posted on eBay and go out buying the next day. Um, I think that'd be fun. The problem with that is come wintertime for me,
Yeah.
because then I don't have that influx of inventory that I'm getting. So then sourcing changes. But actually, mm, I could probably bank up enough eBay inventory to liquidate right before the next picking season.
Mm-hmm.
I could do it that way, I guess. And just liquidate out the inventory and start over every year.
It's true.
But
It'd be one way to keep your shelves clear.
yeah, 560 total a month. Yeah, 560 total a month.
You could almost have another house.
Damn close.
Mm-hmm.
Could definitely have an enclosed trailer.
Yeah, sure
So
can.
so yeah, it's just, and that's the worst part of this. $560 a month, and I don't own anything at the end of those payments. you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, the write-off is nice because 560 is a complete and total write-off because it's rental. But I don't own anything.
It's true. Right, I get that, and you gotta wait to get that right off.
Yeah. You're shelling out 550 for two? Well, you better get your shit figured out there, bud.
There's just a difference in states, different economy.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not part of the wealthy Commonwealth.
Why do you think he works out of sheds and not
Mm-hmm.
out of storage units? Well, who was it? Was it
Yeah, I mean
Ga- Ga-
550 times two. CW, do you have any property around your house? I mean, that's well, no, that's $1,100 a month there, dude. 550 times two.
I like how you immediately call that math out. You can't you can't just let them round. No, you
No,
gotta call that math
no,
out
no.
immediately.
But I mean, $1,100 a month, you could pay monthly for a shed and at least own something at the end.
You can have a she shed.
And if you're smart, you buy the shed under your personal and then you rent it back to the company.
Well, he couldn't add 1,100, so it's not.
550 times two was difficult.
Sorry, I had to do it.
Yeah, I mean, even if you had like a 10 by 15, what are you all storing? So you got 3 fucking acres
Yeah.
and you're paying $1,000 a month?
You could put a pole building on that shit.
Yeah. Put an 80 by 120 fucking Butler building if you wanted to, for Christ's sakes. That might cost you like $1,400 a month.
Oh, he's in it. He's in an HOA. Oh,
Oh, well, aren't you just Mr. Hoity-toity fancy pants?
you're not kidding. Let me get my pinky out.
The HOA won't allow a shed.
HOA.
That's stupid. Yep, exactly. There you go. There's that wealthy common.
There it is again. But it's funny. I know a guy who sold his company, and he lives in the HOA, and he's got this big house in I think it's Avon Lake, and it's big. It's like a miniature version of the White House. It's got the big white pillars and everything in
Oh,
front
yeah,
of
the plantation style homes.
Yeah, and so he goes to his HOA and says he wants to build a shed in the back of his uh, yard, and there's no rules against not having a shed, but they said that's fine, you can have a shed, but it has to match your house. So he has a shed with fucking pillars on it.
Nice.
I was like, your
Nice.
freaking shed is nicer than my house. Like,
There you go. Yeah, CW, you gotta. You need to like push them on the logic of why they won't allow a shed. Because most HOAs will tell you that they want like your lawn equipment, anything like that, inside somewhere. They don't want it sitting out.
right.
Yeah,
No,
HOAs don't go well around Montana.
they've been popping up in Ohio. I don't like them.
Well, you see, Montanans have this attitude of don't tell me what the fuck to do. It's kind of rampant throughout the state. So
And see, that's the thing is like they're like, oh well, HOAs, there's value in it because it keeps the neighborhood clean and blah
yeah,
blah blah. And I'm
well,
like,
like we had a gal here that was teasing about it, but she might actually be serious. She wanted to get some laying hens, so she was gonna find a doc because the city that I live in, I call it a city, it's 1,500 people, but the town that I live in doesn't allow chickens in town, which is retarded.
mm-hmm.
So she said she was going to go talk to a doctor and get emotional support chickens. And I'm not sure, but I think she may have done it. I'm not positive.
I want an emotional support cock.
Exactly. I know there was a rule against livestock here in town too, and then somebody had an emotional support pig that they raised. So yeah, most of the cities around here are rural. Rural Pool runs our town.
Yeah.
Oh, wheat farmers run my town.
Yeah, I live in a big city. There's a lot of big companies by us, so we don't have a lot of HOAs where I'm at, but like if you go over to like the ritzier places like Avon Lake, Westlake, Strongsville, they're having a lot of HOAs pop up over there.
Nah, no, 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 no. I get angry when I have to go get a freaking building permit.
Yeah. Where I live, you have to have a permit to have a yard sale.
Well, and you're only allotted like 3 a year, aren't you?
Yeah, 3 a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no. Well, technically, I only had one yard sale last week or last year, but I ran it for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah,
So,
no, ours are three per year and a max of 3 days each. So we
wow.
can do 9 days. Yeah.
Hmm.
Do most people follow that? No. And do the city police actually check? They always tell
No,
you, tape this to your door, the police will come to your house and they will check. I've had police show up to my yard sale, but they were just looking at the cups I had.
they just wanted to buy some. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that was then they left. They didn't look at shit.
Huh.
I was selling
Well,
the one year I was selling some really nice stainless steel tumblers, and I had two different police cruisers pull up, and they went straight to those tumblers and buying them.
you're not allowed to cut down trees. Yeah, nope, nope. I couldn't do an HOA,
No, I can't either.
but
I'd be kicked out the first week.
well, Carl, you need to look to see if there's a freaking warehouse somewhere close by you. I mean, that's $1,100.
Yeah,
That's
you
really close to like a full-on warehouse rent.
dude, you could get something nice for $1,100.
Just, just saying.
Hell, go
I
rent
mean,
somebody else's shed outside the HOA.
hell, at $1,100, that's $12,000 a year. You could probably go find some bald property somewhere in town and buy it.
Yeah, that's
Drop a
true.
shed on it.
That'd be funny. Just buy a plot of land and like a full acre, and there's just a little shed in the middle of it.
Hmm. Works for me. All right. Well, we are an hour and 22 minutes into this. It's about time we get the heck off here, don't you suppose?
I'm good with it. I think we got some exciting stuff coming up, so you guys are gonna
Yeah.
see a lot of us. So
Stay
uh,
tuned on the channels because that's where everything is probably going to be announcing. So
mhm.
keep track of all the chat screens and all that. Sorry. Did you hear the idiot? Anyway, my goal is to save money. I'm buying 15 acres and building a barn dominium, I think you're trying to say. Barnuminium. That would be a good plan. You know what would help you save money? Not spending $1,200 a year or $12,000 a year in storage. Just
Minor
saying.
detail.
Anyway, all right, everybody. Well, thank you all for hanging out tonight. Hopefully, you got some sort of tidbits of information throughout this mumbling, jumbling, cockchucker.
But at least
Anyway,
I do have to say, we did more reselling talking than this one than we did the last one.
that's not hard to do.
We only had to beat 4 minutes.
I was gonna say no. I think looking at it and trying to get everything cleaned up, it's about 7 minutes. About 7 minutes of actual resell conversation. Actual resell. I mean, reselling was brought up quite a few times,
Right.
but it never stayed on task. Your income is fine. That's not the point.
You gotta have some saving mentality in there.
I give up.
Hey, look, Jody's face is gone. What you did, Carl.
I make
I
good
said
money. I just have a gambling problem. Oh, okay. Oh, that's
I,
great.
s- I set a lower bar. I have
Is it
comments.
underground? Where's the bar? Just curious.
It's below sea level.
I tried. You tried. Oh, okay.
It's
I
what
give
they
up.
all say.
I give up.
Hey, 2 inches does damage at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
He tried.
Electrical tape and a thimble will stop it. Anyway. All right, everybody. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. We are going to catch you next time. Actually, we'll hopefully catch you Tuesday night. Actually, we'll probably catch you tomorrow night, or some of us will anyway, for the grand opening of Rocket's Pokemart. And then we're going to be busy on the Flea, along with over on First Class Treasures, and also Scoliosis Book Fair is coming up very soon. So make sure see if you guys can figure out who that is. Go ahead.
Crooked
Come on.
Spine.
Put it in chat. Crooked Spine. There you go. See, it's just, just naming the disability. That's all. I'm just saying. Anyway. And if you really want to, by all means, check out the other marketplaces on District, because unlike some folks out there, we understand that, it's just okay. You'll be back. Thanks, everybody.
Dust on the shelves, cold hands dig deep. This ain't a dream, this grind don't sleep. Worn out treasures, one man stash, flipping that gold from somebody's trash.